Today, I'd like to show you a DIY method of washing records that I've picked up and kind of honed here in Japan. It's tips and tricks that I've learned on YouTube from American record owners and Japanese record owners, and these are my ingredients. The record I'm going to clean today is the Au Pair's Sense and Sensuality, and my record is laid out on a clean, fluffy white terry cloth towel. My cleaning tools are Groovinator solution, along with a surfactant from Fuji Film, distilled water from a local pharmacy, spray bottles that I got from Daiso, paint edgers that I brought with me from the States. You can pick these up at Home Depot, any home center. And lastly, these silicone jar covers, and I picked up at Daiso. And the way that these work, it's very. I use these for protecting the label of the record before I spray on the Groovinator solution, and I'll get into Groovinator later in this video. But this is how strong the silicone cover is. If you look, I just place it over a glass cup or bowl, and it holds by suction and by the nature of silicone against the glass. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the Groovinator solution onto the record and work it in with the paint edgers. With the silicone lid covering the label of the record, I spray on the solution, and the surfactant cuts down on the beading of water on the surface of the record, and I'm pretty liberal with it. Really get it on there good. Can always add more. Then I take the paint edger, and it is the same width as the record itself outside of the lid protector, and I just basically take my thumb and my index finger, and I guide the paint edger along the record, clockwise, counterclockwise. I'm not putting any pressure on it, just using its own weight. And I'll do that for a few minutes. Typically I do this, 5 to 10 minutes per side. I think I'm cutting down less time because the extra minutes just don't seem to add much difference to the cleaning. But just depends on how dirty the record is. So I will work it in clockwise and counterclockwise, and I'll just let it sit on the surface of the record. Maybe I'll go listen to some music, come back, set the timer, and come back and vacuum it off with my KÄRCHER window vacuum, which I'm going to show you next. It's been around 5 minutes. Take off my silicone lid cover, and there's very little water that's seeped into the edges of the label. In fact, it's clean. Normally I'll take a microfiber cloth and soak that up. And what I'm going to do next is, using the KÄRCHER, put my finger in the center and turn it on, and going with the record, gently remove all the water and remaining clean fluid from the record. It's off. Here is the fluid collected, and what I'll probably do next is repeat the process with just distilled water to make sure that all residue or all the cleaning fluid is off. Just spray it with distilled water. And I'm going to change the pad. I've got a pad dedicated for Groovinator, and I've got a pad dedicated for distilled water. And I might wet the pad. And I'll do the same thing. I'm not going to let this sit for 5 minutes. I'm just going to do a few turns clockwise and counterclockwise to make sure I flood the grooves of the record. Work it in very gently. Again, the weight of the paint edger, which only weighs a few grams, maybe 10 grams or so. And I'm going to take my KÄRCHER again, remove the lid protector, and back in the draw. And I'm done. I'll go through the costs of what this was, but I can assure you it's way under $30. The KÄRCHER is probably the most expensive item in this cleaning system. Thank you.